Yeah, welcome to the Basement Sports Network, Dolphins coverage. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by my guy Nando and my guy Juan. We're gonna have some other guys pulling up as we get started with this. Speaking of which, my dude has already pulled up. We want to welcome my guy from the gang, my boy Kane Kendall. One time for the one time, guys. When we decided to do this show today, at first I didn't know what we were going to talk about, so I had settled on we would discuss the defense. And lo and behold, some news popped up that came my way, so I ain't going to do too much talking. I'm going to let y'all boys get into it. Jalen Ramsey got injured. It was a non-contact injury, right?
With Tyreek, they were like covering each other, or he was covering Tyreek.
Okay, so thank you for clearing that up for me, Juan. But Jalen Ramsey got hurt. It's been reported that it's a meniscus. He's going to have surgery on that tomorrow, and they say it's a 6 to 8 week thing. Juan, you let us know that if it's 6 weeks from today, that'll be week 3 that he's coming back. But he put out a tweet, something about the end of the season going to be lit or something like that. It's looking more December-ish.
Yeah, Rappaport also sent out a little update too, saying that it's more likely than not for December, which is just hilarious because he comes right in time to see 2 in December.
Listen, so what we're going to do here is I want to get the raw emotion of veteran Dolphins fans about this news coming out. Nando, we're going to start with you because I know you've been one of the biggest proponents of the defense, wanting to see how that grows, was very excited about it. What does this injury, how did this injury make you feel out the gate?
Bro, it made me feel bummed out, man, because I've been a Ramsey fan since the very beginning, man. Since I seen just how he carries himself, how he talks that shit. I just wanted that energy in a Dolphins uniform. I finally got it a little bit later in his career, but he could still do big things. That's part of the reason why I was so excited. I mean, that was our splash of the offseason, pretty much. So I was excited for what he was going to be able to bring to the team, for what Fangio was going to cook up, and what it was going to do for Xavien Howard. And it's just a bummer, man. Like, obviously, you want to feel kind of okay because he's not out for the season. But, I mean, missing a lot of time, bro. Every damn game counts at the end of the day. So it's a tough one, man. It's like, why can't we have nice things, man? 2 damn days into training camp, and we already have a damn injury. And then, Juan and I were talking before the stream. Usually, injury-prone guys, they get injured. This man isn't injury-prone. But then he comes to the damn team and he gets injured 2 days into training camp, bro. I'm sick. Obviously opens the door, though, for Cam Smith. I see Kendall already on the wave. So getting thrown to the fire early. We'll see how it goes. But this is a pretty big loss, in my opinion, man.
Well, one of the things you said is very interesting. You said, why can't we have nice things? And I used to tell Juan, and Cottis all the time. I was like, good things can happen to the Miami Dolphins. And the more I entrench myself into the fandom, it feels not to be the case. Kendall, I'm going to come to you next, brother. Give me your gut reaction, initial thoughts as soon as you saw the news.
I'm glad you came to me next because you said how the Dolphins can have nice things. I was just, since you official now, Roger's out of Green Bay. You here. I just want to say, welcome, my boy. Welcome, my boy.
No better initiation.
This is how we do it where I'm from. Like, bro, this is what we go through down here. This is how it is. I was like, damn. And I honestly ain't need no Rappaport, this. When I seen what Ramsey was saying, I was like, oh, that boy, he don't give a fuck. He ain't rushing back for the Miami Dolphins. Which is
that boy gonna collect the bag.
He gonna collect his bag. He gonna get right to make sure he got the longevity to keep playing. He ain't rushing back for the Dolphins. Which I was
a la Will Fuller.
Byron Jones. You don't do that just for just any team, bro. And Miami is not one of them. So I was like, once it said 6 to 8, I was like, okay, maybe mid-season. Then they said all range of outcomes. I was like, okay, yeah, that boy, he ain't coming back. Like, he ain't rushing back for this squad, which is fair and smart as fuck. As a fan, I was like, damn. But now here I am. It's Cam season, Cam Smith season. That's my cousin. That's my cousin, and we here. And Justin, play the clip for me, Justin. And this is why we in good hands. Justin, go ahead, just play it. Just play it.
Yeah. You gotta read that private chat. That boy said you gotta hold up for a second.
Justin ain't got it. Goddamn. But yeah, we good because that's my cousin. My man down there, Juan. He stamped Noah. That's his son in there. I'm gonna take Cam Smith under my wing the same way my boy Juan took Noah under his fucking wing. We gonna be straight, my boy. Cuzzo is here. Cuzzo gonna take care.
Nothing. Just drop your nuts. Who that rich?
Just drop your nuts. That's all Cuzzo gotta do. Ramsey who? Fuck that nigga. He ain't did nothing for me. Fuck I'm moving on, bro. I'm tired of niggas who play for my teams who get hurt, bro, and can't be on that field or on that court. I don't show him no love. Fuck him. He out of here. Cam Smith season. I'm moving on because he ain't never did nothing for me as it is.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, but you ain't gonna sell me. Like, not on Cam. I ain't seen that boy play a down in NFL football, so I can't believe it until I see it. One, as somebody who oftentimes feels like people make it feel like you expect bad things to happen to the Dolphins, but
I'm never wrong. I'm prematurely right. That's all it ever comes down to, bro. Like, this team is who it is. Like, I don't know why we go around this loop every January to July of just hope, of buying the hope that we're going to be good, Super Bowl contenders, AFC championship on the way. I'm not trying to fry nobody who is on the team. But I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it sucks because it sounds like I'm shitting on the team when I'm not. I'm just shitting on the person who designed this team, because it's not even that Jaylen is injury prone, it's that the team in general is injury prone. So when I saw Cart, I'm like, well, here we go. This is gonna be this how this season's gonna be. And Armstead's on PUP. Need him, I think, is on PUP too. We know Tua. Maybe the tattoo is gonna, like, I don't know, evolve him to fucking Moana level. I don't know. I don't know. Like, is he gonna be? I don't know what's gonna happen at this point. Like,
tattoo's gonna turn Tua to Roman Reigns.
Nigga ain't even a Uso brother.
Boy can't even be Umaga out here. He got these damn tattoos on.
They got looking like Hornswoggle.
It's just it's sad at this point, really. I don't know why people continue to believe in this team. It is what it is. It's who they are. And listen, I'm a gambling man, and I'm gonna just continue to bet on shit going wrong for the Dolphins. And I mean, up until now, it's been pretty right.
Safe bet.
Listen, when you undefeated with some shit like that, how can you bet against yourself? Like, it just don't make no sense.
It don't.
But yeah, we gonna round out this panel one time with my guy, my man, Kai Chisholm, pulling up one time after stuffing his face full of pizza. Kai, I know that was comfort food that you was sitting back there doing. You was eating yourself out of the depression. Tell me your initial thoughts.
Why you gotta call me out like that? What the hell?
We're all going through our own ways of.
Listen, bro, everybody's struggling right now. Give me your initial thoughts when you first saw the news.
What news? What happened? I've been at work all day.
Oh, okay. Well, Jalen Ramsey is essentially out for the rest of the year.
I mean, I don't know. It sucks. I don't know what else. I don't know what else. I mean, what else do you say to that? Like, I could sit here and do a chiasm and go on a whole, rant and prophecy or something. Like, I turn into the white Ricky J. Mark, but it's just the point of, like, there's nothing to say about it, really.
Well, okay, so I'll phrase it like this, and I'll start with you and then throw it to the rest of the panel. How does this injury, like, how significant is this injury to the overall, like, effectiveness of how you expect this defense to turn out? Like, is this that big? Are you still have faith? Do you still have faith in Fangio being able to kind of cover it up? Like,
I mean, I don't know if it's a, like, if Kendall's namesake on that part is like as horrible as when Juan tied himself to Noah Igbenogany. But I mean, I'm pretty cool with Cam Smith. I'm not sitting here saying that Cam Smith is Jalen Ramsey, but going into the offseason, I wasn't sitting here like, oh, I want to trade for Jalen Ramsey. It wasn't really a thought that I wanted or cared about, to be perfectly honest. Not to try to sit here and say that Jalen Ramsey's like fucking garbage, but
sure,
it's not the thing that I was like, oh yeah, I want Jalen Ramsey, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So
your faith in the defense hasn't waned at all?
No, not at all.
What about
like,
you?
It's not trying to be. It's real quick. It's not trying to like just be like in that positivity aspect. It's just I just literally don't like. It's obviously it's going to affect what the Dolphins want to do. But if they feel high on Cam Smith and they think that he can be a part of that, then it's like, okay, you have to, and I know it's hard for everybody here, but you just got to try to trust what they want to do. And if they show us that it's not there, then we all know what's going to happen at the end of the year anyway. So it doesn't really matter. I think that the defense is going to be fine, and I think that they'll be better in a scheme that'll probably fit most of our players more than the scheme that we've been running the past, 2-3 years with different defensive coordinators.
I think the scheme is a good point, but like, y'all lost Byron Jones. Well, I guess I can say that now. We lost Byron Jones last year.
Was that the first one?
I don't know. Maybe the first of many. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do it until it becomes instinct. So we lost Byron Jones last year, and Kendall, get out of my spot. We lost Byron Jones last year. We saw how that impacted the defense. Nando, are you as confident as Kai in terms of the defense still being able to maintain a high level of play without Jalen Ramsey?
Honestly, I am not as optimistic, bro. But honestly, I gotta wait and see. I know it's boring to say that, but honestly, you gotta wait and see. I still like it's an upgrade in defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. I believe in him. I still think we're gonna get a better pass rush that we've seen as of late. Bradley Chubb obviously had success under Fangio before, so I think that's gonna be a huge piece to our defense because we need that boy to do something, man. Because we gave up we gave up all of that. Like, this man better get right. But I want to see what Cam Smith got, man. Just like Kendall said, I trust Kendall's judgment. He's been right on a lot of things. So I want to see what he's got. Until they show me like shit go south, I will believe. But I just, my expectations, like the hype that I had around the defense was primarily because of Jalen Ramsey. That's why I felt most confident, because of what he would do for himself and for Xavien Howard. But let's see. Let them prove me wrong. Let me trust Fangio. Let me see what he cooks up, and we go with the flow. But Kai's optimism is way above mine right now. I'm a little bit butthurt.
I'm always optimistic, to be fair.
You are.
So
you really are. That's why when you said that, I already I felt a little bit better. I'm not as down as I was. So
I'm not gonna lie, Nando. You're the person I'm most confident in Kai being able to drag to the middle, because these other two motherfuckers are not going to share that same optimism.
No,
one isn't Jalen Ramsey.
They both hate their lives. That's the issue. They hate everything about it.
No, they don't hate it. They just understand the realization that
no.
And we
it's
all
also
root
a
for
hatred, though.
That is cursed. Like, that is the reality.
Yeah, but it's also hatred for sure. You can't tell me that.
Who does not hate rooting for a cursed team? Conscientism. Like, why would you enjoy that?
I mean, there's Juan also roots for PSG, and that's already a shit show. So I mean, it ties itself together.
They pay my boy Mbappe $500 million, don't it? Like, or $1 million.
I'm traveling with Mbappe.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I forgot, Kendall. We don't do that on this network. This is
I was about to say, bro. I was about to say something so wild.
We don't talk about fake football on here. I got you.
I was about to say, we keep it in America. We talking America.
2026 is coming to America. Relax.
Hey, bro. First of all, Coming to America came out in 1988 with Eddie Murphy.
Hey, that's the only one.
That's the only one I recognize.
Motherfucker's old.
It doesn't matter. One, isn't Jalen Ramsey essentially the best player on this defense? Like, how does losing him not hurt?
No, I don't think he's the best player on the defense. I think no, like, respect wise throughout the NFL, yeah. I don't necessarily.
It's not like you was about to say something.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. We all heard it. I think that's what he said.
Noah's gonna save the season at this point. Like, but no. To get serious, like, Jaylen was gonna be a piece to me that that Fangio was gonna be able to get creative with. I mean, we saw that terrible pass by Tua that was sped up or not sped up, we don't know, but we saw Javon in coverage with the Sean Elliott back there. It's just funny to me because I would have wanted to see more of that, where you potentially could put Jaylen out back deep, you could put him in the box, you could put Javon in the slot, you could really realistically just get creative with Cater too, to where now it's like less of that creativity, now more of the basic Xavien outside, Javon, everybody's just going to be playing their normal positions, which takes away from that. And then, you know, I don't really care about what we lost because, I mean, who are we kidding? Chris Greer would have just drafted another Liam Eichenberg. But it's, you know, these type of misses start to hurt the team when we're in like a 2-year window. Like, we're realistically a team that once Tua gets that 50, 60 mil, because we just saw Justin Herbert what he got. Once Tua gets that 50 mil, we ain't gonna be able to afford it. So listen, I'll be back in Green Bay. If I've already said it, the contract's already written. It's just up to Tua if he wants to raise it another 20, 30 mil. Like that to me is already done. Like Chris Greer,
can I ask a side question to you, Juan?
I would not be here long. I can tell you that.
Do you think that if Tua didn't get a concussion against the Packers, that he would have been extended this offseason? Because I think so. I think if he never got concussed against the Packers, he was extending this offseason.
See, I don't know. That's just so much.
Get ahead of the curve type thing, Kai?
That's just so much. There's just so much.
I think they would have extended him before Herbert.
Like,
if he didn't get a concussion and they saw him play out, they would have extended him before Herbert.
I think he would have been.
That's actually why I think they were on the first day that you were able to announce the option. I think that's why they announced it the first day, because they're like, we can't give him the extension right now, but we'll give him the option and just pick it up. But Chris Greer's not taking an L in that draft. Like, for God's sakes, we still have Austin Jackson on the team. He's not taking an L in the draft. Noah's on the team still at that. So I just think at this point it's all done, and it's just if you want to make 200 or you want to make 260, ball out till December, and then you get the contract.
Circling back around to this cornerback situation, I know we talked about Cam Smith a lot, but isn't Cater Cole above him in the rotation in terms of like people most likely, like X goes back to the one, Cater the two, is Cam in the slot, or you just throw Cam out there on the outside?
In terms of ability or ranking?
No, in terms of like what's actually going to happen.
Cam will probably be on the sideline. No,
let me be the first to say. Go ahead, Nando.
No, I think he should be. But Cook, I want you to cook.
All right, that motherfucker better be. And that ain't got nothing to do with him. It got everything to do with Chris Greer's eye for talent. Because you can't tell. I don't give a fuck how long Cater Cole who been here. He was undrafted.
Yeah.
This man was taken in the second round. If he ain't above him, then chalk up another swing and a miss by Chris Greer, because we really need him right now. Because Jalen Ramsey, all that creativity, like Juan was saying, went out the window. I literally watched this man highlight this morning on the shitter. It was a quick 7-minute video. Hey, this man lined up at middle linebacker last year for a play and almost got an INT against the fucking San Francisco 49ers. And I even sent my man threat. I sent it to threat. I'm like, yo, bro, like, look at how, like, what they gonna be able to do. Like, speaking of what Juan said, because Holland can play in the box. Holland can do so much, but he needed like an extra little guy to kind of unlock him. Some kind of sort of how we saying with Bam and Damian Lillard. Check the basement account, and definitely Chris White NBA for all updates on Damian Lillard. But yes, so I think Ramsey would have unlocked Javon Holland. So like, you telling me now in the rotation, ability wise, I think he better than Cater Cole, so he better be playing, bro. The same way Igbo got thrown in that fire, throw Cam Smith ass out there too.
I'm gonna be real. Now that Jalen's it's not counting, cornerbacks 2 till 6 are all just like the same guy to me.
Oh yeah, for sure. But what I'm saying is, optic wise, like, he better play, bro. Like, Chris, y'all can't sell to me
Well,
Why is
you know he's gonna play because Austin Jackson's gonna play. So it's
that's
like,
real? He better be starting. That's what I'm saying.
see,
Listen,
that's the thing.
That's the
too.
thing. Like the X thing is a real topic of conversation. Like him falling off last year was like not necessarily falling off the map, but it's like, you know what I mean. You saw a decline, and now you're asking him to do something similar to what you asked him to do last year. Kyle, you was about to say something, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask Kendall, like, do you think because in my opinion, and maybe it's we have a lot of Jags, but it's like I'm not too upset with the possibility of having like a Cater Kohu and Nick Needham there as like that number 2 guy. Like it doesn't really make me that upset in the grand scheme of things. I think that the biggest issue when it comes to that rotation of X, Nick Needham, and Cater is like, can we rely on Nick to stay healthy? Because last year he really wasn't, and he does have injury issues. But it's like, how do you, in the grand scheme, like not every, to try to, I guess, be a little optimistic, it's like not every NFL franchise has a number 1 and a number 1 like we would have had. It's usually a number 1 and number 2, and like a borderline could be a 2, but it's really a 3/4. So it's like, do you feel still comfortable if it's X and Cater, but X playing towards the level he was playing at the end of last year and not in the middle of last year?
You consider X a 1?
Yeah,
Well, it's with the way, and especially the way that he finished the season strong after dealing with injuries and playing through injuries last year, which he hadn't done before. Let's be honest, X had not played through injuries before. He just kind of was injured and would be out. Yeah, of course.
I mean, I disagree, but fine. Go ahead, Ken.
My thing is, well, to that guy, I would say like I'm okay with it, but I'm only okay with it if now we finna walk into the front 7 of the defense, like the pass.
Oh no, our linebackers suck.
No. Well, I'm saying like the pass rush got to be better. Oh yeah, the linebackers are straight ass.
Yeah, the linebackers are bad.
But I think the pass rush got to be better because Bradley Doodoo Chubb, like, hey, that nigga got a bag.
The
bro.
pass rush
win rate
merchant.
King, bro. Like, and the fact that he got that bag, bro, like, he went for more than Roquan Smith. Like,
all eyes on him, man.
Yeah, that boy got to produce because it's like last year they was throwing X out there with cover 0, which he excelled at for 2 years, but they was getting home like with blitzes and shit. Like, then they got to, we got Chubb now, we can get home. Like, that coverage gonna look the same way, in my opinion, if him and Jalen Phillips to some degree. Jalen Phillips got to start earlier in the season, and Chubb got to actually show me something. Because it's on them too, like, because now Ramsey gone, like, that coverage gonna get a little loose. It ain't gonna be like, I ain't gonna say that because the world might get me. It ain't gonna be a tight coverage like I expected.
We want to thank the boy Justin for giving me $499. I was about to say 499 cents because that nigga ain't got $400. Did y'all see leaked pictures of Tua working the training camp? Yeah, Justin was in the band for a while.
You paid $5 to do that, Justin?
You don't suck. You don't suck for.
He paid $5 to give me that.
I saw that man on Friday.
Okay, so I think it's interesting that y'all
Big
brought
ass
up
man.
the pass rush. I think it's interesting that y'all brought up the pass rush because one, I want to ask you now, bro, because I know you and Kendall are two of the people who like y'all harp on Bradley Chubb a lot. How much more critical of Bradley Chubb and that defensive line are you going to be if they are not
sacks.
getting?
I need 30 sacks from JP and Chubb. At 30, not 20, not they helped get another 12 because they couldn't. No, I need 30.
Yeah,
I'm not playing with these boys.
I was thinking 20, like 26 and a half.
Nah,
like,
I need a
who getting 30?
I need a Jason Taylor and fucking Joey Porter type of year. Like that at this point, like that's the only way we looking to live, bro.
Trace Armstrong shit. That shit.
Y'all defense is going to hinge on y'all getting like y'all pass rush?
Yeah. 100%.
So my question to you is, Juan, you must be thinking it's time that boy Jalen Phillips can be him.
I don't think JP is the problem in that equation. I think JP can give me 15.
I know, but
I think JP can have a defensive player.
You're not going. You can't get 15 each. Not one of them is going to have to like. I think
be like 18 and a half or something.
JP gonna have to be like 18 and a half because one of them is going to underperform.
I'm not
you
taking
set the
12
bar,
from Chubb. I'm not
you
taking
can't
12
set
from Chubb.
you can't set the bar at 15 for both of them.
That's crazy.
Has to be.
That's
bro.
JP.
He's gonna get paid. Yeah, 100%, bro. I look at JP. I look at JP as a Micah Parsons. Like I'm looking at him as the same type of player. Go out there and stunt, bro. Stop waiting till week 7 to fucking ball out, bro. Wake the fuck up. Week 1, let's get it. Bradley Chubb, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt with Fangio and all that bullshit, but
I don't think it's possible to judge Bradley Chubb right now. Sorry to cut you off, Dando.
No, I
don't think it's
But I do like set. I do like setting the bar high though. But damn, 30 though. I could see like I like the 26. What Kendall was saying, but I could see like 24 being what we're gonna see.
Look, it's Mbappe.
And I think Jalen Phillips could definitely get you 15. But damn, I don't know. I don't know if Chubb could put anything near 15. And I want him to have a bounce back year, and we pay him to get that. But 15 is like, sheesh.
I'm not paying him to help out Christian Wilkins get 3.5 sacks.
I feel you.
I'm not paying him to help Raekwon get 1.5 sacks. I don't know if you guys have seen our D line. They're not sack boys.
But those are two guys that you're not expecting to go out there and get you sacks, and Christian Wilkins and Raekwon Davis.
So I mean, who else?
But you get what I'm saying.
Maybe
like
those playing linebacker.
Two,
Blitz
yeah,
boy, you're gonna take 6 sacks from Blitz boy.
You
again?
think
that
you
also got
really
to count
gonna
from the sacks
have?
you're gonna get from Brendan Jones too. Like
I know what you're saying, Blitz boy.
Yeah, because
you really think that AVG is gonna be sitting there in coverage?
I think David Long will get injured, and we will see AVG play linebacker.
There's no way they put him back in coverage.
Okay,
Who they gonna play? God, they gonna play
really quick. For a second part of this, because it just struck my mind. We all know that Jerome Baker had a bad year last year. What was it that Jerome Baker was doing best before that? He was being Blitz boy. Why did they go away from it last year?
Well,
think about it. Last year? Yeah. Oh, because of the switch of coaching.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But like, if you like, let's put like a hypothetical, right? We're in a situation. We know this works. We're gonna go into that situation and change it for what reason? If you can see never mind. My argument's gonna fucking suck anyways because we don't have anyone that can cover. I'm not even gonna bother.
That's the thing.
I'm not even gonna bother.
That's the thing. Fangio at this point, he has nobody to play linebacker.
He has a bunch of rushers. He has a bunch of edge rushers,
and they're not even gonna get sacks. Because that's the thing. Like, I'll literally name you the D line, and it's like, who else is gonna get sacks besides JP and Chubb?
The funniest part of that is
it's not Sailor.
Emmanuel Ogba.
Oh, come on now. Coming back from injury.
If there has ever been a Brian Flores merchant, it is Emmanuel Ogba.
100%.
That boy got a bag just because he met Brian Flores.
The funniest part of that exchange was watching Kai look at his argument disintegrate right before his very eyes. like him watching it like blow up without anybody arguing it. Like that shit is gold TV. But yeah, I mean, look, you got a bunch of pass rushers, so
we have no coverage linebackers. I'm sorry, I just decided to look at the roster. It's like you go to it. It's Jalen Phillips, Andrew Van Ginkel, Cameron Good, David Long, Channing Tindall,
Duke Riley,
Jerome Baker, Duke Riley, Bradley Chubb, Malik Reed.
Wow.
I was about to say that guy right there. I got higher expectations for Malik Reed than Bradley Chubb.
What about Channing Tindall? Every time I go on Twitter and or X, X, but every time I go on that website, that is a little odd. I'll see like that tab, that communities tab, and I'll see like the extra yard communities tab, and the only tweet that's there is Juan tweeting out. So how do we feel about Channing Tindall?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's the only tweet.
That is crazy because that boy has never played
from April 11:37 p.m. April 29th, 2022.
Could have been bagging my groceries. I wouldn't even know.
So that puts us, I guess, in an interesting situation where
cut it out, Royal. Leave it behind. Leave it behind.
I'm just saying process for me.
Try
bro.
better.
Like Okay, well, I don't know how to do that. But when you got a combination of Jags at DB and pass rushers only at linebacker and like this one loss is much bigger than what Cotton made it, in my honest opinion. Like this Jalen Ramsey loss, it feels a lot bigger.
I feel like Jalen Ramsey was gonna play so much like inside the hashes to like combat the lack of everything at the line.
I think I was coping so hard earlier where I was just like, yeah, we're just whatever. We didn't even have him last year. But then we just named all the names we named, and then I'm like,
how do we feel about Deshaun Elliott?
Who? No, I'm just
Deshaun
kidding.
Elliott.
I mean, that's
It was. I was. Go ahead, Nando.
That's the guy from the Lions, right? That we just
the safety.
Nah, yeah, that's the reason that
Y'all remember
Tua
Issa
ball like that
Abdul-Qadir?
because they saw him coming over the top and they ain't want to. He ain't want to throw the
You
ball
don't remember
far
him?
enough to shoot
You're
the
a
ball.
better man than me. I can't believe you tried to pronounce that. I was
What, Issa Abdul-Qadir?
yeah.
I
That's how
was.
you pronounce
Hey,
his name.
I
So
was rocking with Elliott before Ramsey got hurt.
dude,
I was like, he cool, he played for the Ravens. He'd probably be a nice little safety there. And I was like, oh, now I got to expect something from this man.
the only reason why I brought up Issa Abdul-Qadir is like, remember that was the last time that we had gotten a safety that was I don't want to call Deshaun Elliott like a tackle merchant, but that's what like Issa Abdul-Qadir kind of was, where it's like he was gonna get the tackle and he wasn't horrible in coverage. And every single time that I watch or see something with Deshaun Elliott, I just see Issa Abdul-Qadir. I can't unsee it now.
So let's take this as an opportunity to be solutions oriented now. Okay, let's.
I'm depressed now. Like after that,
no, let's be. That's why we gotta take y'all down to the gutter and then raise the spirits of everyone as we try and figure out what we're gonna talk about. What?
all right, let Kai go first.
I was just gonna say no one wants to talk about it, but we got two great punters. That's all I want. I don't want to talk about it.
You were 100% right. Nobody wants to talk about that shit.
Jake Bailey is fantastic. Michael Dirk is great.
Remove this cracker from my show.
Fuck is you talking about? Thank you, Justin. We don't have that. We don't have that on this Dolphins branded, but we gotta get his ass up out of here. I'm gonna start with Nando since Kai not making no sense right now. Nando, give me a defensive solution, bro. Like, how do you salvage what the Dolphins have and make that defense competitive?
Literally, the stuff we've been talking about. Get to the damn quarterback. Get some damn sacks. Try to just the pass rush got to be better, man. Like it really does. Outside of that, I'll be lying to you. I can't have like absolute faith in these guys, man. Like I saw Kohu. Yeah, it was a nice undrafted story, but the dude is holding and just he's a hack, man. On every play, it's whether do they call it or do they not.
He coached by Sam Madison, so he gonna hold.
It could go either way.
And who was the other guy? The one behind him. I can't remember. I don't know why I can't think of his name, but he was also the one that was running into the guy in Buffalo.
Justin Bethel.
No, was it him? No,
it wasn't Justin.
Elijah
Bethel.
Campbell,
like
Veron McKinley, Keon Crossan.
Yes, that guy right there. That motherfucker.
That dude is a punt gunner. He is Mike Collins' cornerback form. Like
that's another motherfucker. I'm not like, listen, those guys, I saw some shit last year that I was like scarred for life. And now just reading all those defensive players.
Sorry, I'm gonna
bro. Those DBs are straight trash, man. If it ain't the pass rush, I got zero optimism, man. That's it. Pass rush, get to the damn quarterback and actually get sacks, man. Like stop almost this, almost that. Get to the fucking guy, get his ass down. Bradley Chubb, I'm just looking at him, honestly.
It sounds like one has reconverted you back to the dark side because now you sound like you want 30 sacks.
It's funny because honestly, I always come in here optimistic as shit, right? And then I hear both of these dudes talk, and then I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, they kind of right. And then I'm like, nah, let me not get into that. But then by the end of the show, after I'll be sitting on, I'm like, fuck, yo, I don't think I'm that confident anymore.
That's why we need Kai in here to provide balance.
Right.
He brings balance to the force. That punter is not talking.
Yeah, we're not talking about
right when he's not talking.
Michael
about
Turk is great. Listen, bro, I can go on for hours, but we have good punters.
We'd rather you didn't. I'd rather you talk about the defense and give me a solution there. Yeah.
Besides pass rush, because
give you a solution. All right, if we go out there and we sign Dalvin Cook. Oh wait, if we
better offense.
Look, maybe I sound like the psychopath here, but I'm just still not really moved. I don't know. Like until we get to week 1 until we get to week 1 and see what's actually
in your
there,
opinion, who's the best defender on the Dolphins? Who's the best player on it? Okay.
I'm thinking about talent and untapped potential is Jalen Phillips.
No, I understand.
I firmly believe, and it's not even me trying to be optimistic, it's just kind of thinking about reality, that Jalen Phillips could put together a defensive player of the year performance this year.
I agree.
He has it. He
got the
start.
tools.
Like it's not even and I was one, you guys remember, I was saying, no, this dude, fuck, this is such a, life does a whole 360 around you, or a 180, where like I was like, he's got all these concussions at we can't draft him, and here we are, life just finds a way to bring itself back around.
I thought that was a fantastic pick for the Dolphins.
I also thought we should have drafted Kadarius Toney and Jalen Phillips, but anyways, it's not the point.
That's also true. And Creed
Humphrey. Yeah, glad we didn't do that.
I also wanted Creed Humphrey. Yeah, there was a lot of players that are like actually good now. It's crazy.
Najee.
It's not hard.
That was Michael Christian.
That was
Najee.
But no, I don't know. I'm not necessarily too.
We fried his ass for a whole show.
I'm not sitting there thinking to myself like, oh wow, the corners are the most vulnerable part of our team. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, we still don't have a cover, and that's just what it is. But really quickly, because there's something I thought was funny, and Justin, if you pull it up, please. It says, this tweet that I just found as I was scrolling the internets. It just reminded me of Juan, because it's like that idea where something is going to be great in life, but then when you realize that it's Noah Igbenogany, and it just brings you back down to earth. And that's what Juan is, because every day he thinks that Noah Igbenogany is going to be a guy, and realistically, he's like.
Let me tell you something right now.
If my pessimistic ass told you one guy
y'all think people hate Juan Cardona right now? You let Noah Igbenogany sniff.
I know people hate Juan Cardona.
That's what I'm saying. You let Noah Igbenogany sniff the Pro Bowl.
Before Tua?
Come on, bro.
Oh my God, bro. What are you doing?
Okay, we know how to put the batteries in the
we saw Juan after Noah won the Dolphins a game.
Yeah.
Now imagine if he gets like an interception by week 3. Imagine, here's a better one. Imagine if he has a special team snap in week 1.
Jalen Ramsey. He's gonna take a kick return to the house this year. I already know. We've talked about it.
Cedric Wilson has a better possibility of that. Oh, you know what? There's the solution. Trade Cedric Wilson for some random inside linebacker. There's your solution.
Who the fuck wants Cedric Wilson?
Apparently, there was a lot of teams that did.
Every time someone says we should trade Cedric Wilson, I always in my head ask to who? Who wants him? Who is going to take that?
Apparently there were teams that were willing to throw a 3rd or 4th out there.
Holy shit! And if they listen, that's what I was gonna say. If he didn't take it,
look, if we're gonna believe what reports were, it was that the Dolphins that teams wanted the Dolphins to take part of the salary, and they wouldn't, so the deals wouldn't go through. If you go out there and you have a guy that comes out of camp and he's not really necessarily happy, which by the way, I know this is a completely random thing. We tried to trade for Saquon Barkley. What the fuck is that? That doesn't make any sense. Sorry, I know Saquon is Saquon, but
that's just Greer making a call to everybody just to find out prices.
That's just the dumbest shit in the world.
It up.
Yeah, you got to tap in. You got to tap in to see what it costs. Like you have to. I'm telling him that.
For what?
Because he's better than any running back that you have on your roster. Kendall, give me a solution for this sorry ass defense.
Christianity, Buddhism, Catholicism, Catholic, whatever religion you want to bring in, my boy.
Wait,
let us pray.
Say the one for the Catholics again, bro.
Catholicism. I don't know what that shit called, but that. Let us pray. Get your lettuce wraps. Get your lettuce, your iceberg lettuce, and let's just pray. Because I'm gonna be real. I don't see it. They took that's a big loss, bro. I ain't even finna bullshit. The only hope now is everybody like, oh, Vic coach him up and Jalen Phillips. This is all like, but no linebacker. Linebacker's weak as hell. What's Buddy name from the Titans?
David Long.
David Long. He gonna be long gone after week 8. Like, let's just call it keep it a bean. He gonna be long gone after week 8.
Long gone, the Wong dong.
Hey, soft tissue injury, high ankle sprain, something that Vrabel feel like he could play through. When Vrabel sent that mid November shot saying you see guys around the league, I don't know. It's gonna come and we're gonna be like, oh, he's that boy talking about us. He getting this shit off. We fucked, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real. It's on Jalen Phillips, bro. Like, you gotta hope he become baby TJ Watt, and I don't see that. So we don't have nobody, in my opinion, where the offensive coordinator goes into the game and says, okay, write their name, Chris Jones. Like, I ain't even gonna say Aaron Donald first. I'm gonna just say somebody who, like, I feel like slept on a little bit. Chris Jones, offensive coordinator, say, how we gonna stop Chris Jones from wrecking the game? Like, we ain't got no game records like that, so I don't know, bro. Like, it ain't there. It ain't there at all.
Jalen turns up in week 1. There's your guy.
That's all they got.
But the problem is, like, I think the problem is, like, right now, as it stands, like, there's nobody's name that you can just slot in right there. Like, Jalen Phillips has to earn that respect still to be the guy on the top of the list every week.
I have a better question once Kendall's done.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like
I gotta ask Juan my question and then we
can Ramsey would have been in there as that guy, and Ramsey would have elevated everybody. I feel like around him. Like, I don't feel like there's nobody. Everybody, like, attributes just went down, losing Ramsey a little bit. So
-2 for the team. I feel that. What's the adjustment?
86 to 83, and that's me being nice.
You said adjustment?
The solution.
It's called a prayer, my boy.
That's it.
It's called a prayer and a lot of maybe. Hey, listen, maybe McDaniel could do like a 600 like clip play of like Noah's best season. Like, we need something like that because, like, at this point, there's just there's nothing.
You think there are 600 good clips of Noah Iguodala out there?
I think Devontae Smith coming out of college said that he was the best quarter he ever faced.
Put that Jamar Chase tape.
A few receivers said it actually. A few.
Yeah, put that Jamar Chase tape.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just think my boy still got it, and that's our only hope at this point because I'm not trusting Cam Smith as a rookie.
Hey, bro, you don't want beef with me, bro. Like,
that's fine. I respect it. What I really want to get off though is because Dolphins fans have this thing where they'll take a guy that they can name because he was an undrafted guy, and they blow him up to be this big thing. And
Miami Heat fans?
That's what I'm saying.
No, Dolphins fans can do that too.
Yeah, same thing.
They're one in the same coin.
I'm about to say, have you ever heard of Duncan Robinson?
You can keep Tyler Hero and trade for.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, we're not gonna touch that.
I see your Twitter, Earl. I see your Twitter.
My bad.
I think we've gotten to that point with Cater. As much as I would love to see outward growth and see him potentially be better, I think he will show us that he is an undrafted free agent for a reason. And I just, like, for a team with Super Bowl ambitions, AFC conference championship goals, whatever it may be, like, we're talking about rookies, like, really having to play ball. And that shit don't make sense. That math ain't nothing.
Yeah,
the Cater hype was too much.
I don't trust rookies that don't play running back. Just be honest with you.
Or linebacker, bro. That's literally
That's what I'm saying. Like, you come out of college prepared at those positions. Like, I don't think that. Go ahead. Can I ask you a soft-ass question that you want to interrupt?
It's a better question than yours because I'm a real host. The right tackle. That matters more than anything.
Host 3YPC during the summer. That's what you host. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you were saying?
Don't get me started because
come on now. You know you don't want to do this with the big dog now. Let's keep it professional. Kyle, we'll do this off camera, bro. Do it through text.
Oh,
message,
I
bro.
got some shit to say to you off camera, anyways. Already.
Fucking do it now.
We got some off camera stuff that we need to take already.
Let's do that then. Oh, let's do it off camera then.
Look at Juan over there like a kid. The kid.
Look at him.
Go ahead and shoot. Bitch, I'm finna pull out this.
He ain't gonna say shit. He just like.
What was the question?
Who said what?
Hold on, bro. Let's not get off track because we ain't got but like 10, 15 minutes left. I want to make sure that we get like some good content out. This probably will be good content. Me arguing.
Nothing about the defense matters because we still don't have a right tackle. Like, what do you do? What do you do at right tackle?
Okay, so
it doesn't even matter, brother.
So listen, Kai, you saw how this entire show we have not talked about offense. That's because we have a couple of weeks of content that I got to fill once a week, and so this entire show since Jalen Ramsey was the news, I did defense.
I'm going to training camp on Tuesday. Relax, I got you.
I don't even know what that means. Like, we only doing shows on Thursdays.
Then shut the fuck up. I'm gonna send you some topics, my boy.
Thank you.
No. How about this? Take your ass off the show. Fuck you talking about. Sit back there. Host your ass from the background. How about that? But yeah, I think that is solid. Like, y'all ain't never got no right tackle, so that shit don't really matter. You can look, and Nolan, Kai sticking up middle fingers. Fuck is you talking about? You want to play games? Let's play games. let's talk about. No, I still want to figure out this defense thing, but I think there's no answer.
There's nothing to figure out, Royal.
I know. That's why we finna end the show. But like, I agree with all y'all. Like, I think this. Well, not Kai, because Kai was wrong. But like, this loss is much bigger. This loss is much bigger than what you're trying to make it, Kai. Like, I'm sorry. Jalen Ramsey is one of the top 3 defensive players on your unit. Anytime any team loses somebody like that, like, that's gonna hurt. Especially when he's probably the best player in your secondary. So, and you don't have a pass rush. So, like, that is going to be tough for the Dolphins to figure out. But as they figure it out, we'll be on here to talk about it, right or wrong, happy or sad. So, thank you guys in the comments, as always, for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my guy, Kai. Thank you to my boy, Nando. Thank you, Juan. And, of course, thank you to Kane Kendall for pulling up one time for the one time. And, I'm sorry. Thank you, Kane Justin, in the back for being on the ones and twos. We'll see y'all next time. Play the video, Justin.